In this video, you are going to learn the complete photo editing in Photoshop 2020. Coming up. Hi everyone, I'm Harshvardhan. Welcome to harshvardhanart.com. From today onwards, we are starting a new series called the Complete Photo Editing in Photoshop 2020. So this is going to be a complete photo editing course where you will learn the complete photo editing from start to the end. And in this series, you will learn everything about the Photoshop CC 2020. So what are the basic options, what are the tools available, how you can use them, and you will learn each and every tool or the option which is required for photo editing. And after the completion of this complete photo editing, you will become an expert in photo editing. And before we go any further, please hit the like button, leave something in the comments because your comments motivate me to make more and more useful videos for you. And if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and don't forget to click the bell icon. That way you will not miss any video from this channel. So having said that, let's get started. So this is part 1 of the complete photo editing in Photoshop 2020. So in this particular part, you are going to learn about the home screen in the Photoshop and what are the different options available for creating a new documents. So what are the presets available, what is the resolution, what resolution you should choose, what are the color modes and different other options available on the home screen. And you will learn all of this so that you can start editing your images. In this particular episode, we are going to learn about how you can get started with photo editing, what are the basic options available in the Photoshop and how you can browse them, or what are the other options. So we'll go through with each and everything one by one. So without further ado, let's get started. So when you will launch the Photoshop 2020, you will see this kind of interface. So over here you can see there is a home button. So this is the home. Over here it is going to show you some of the tutorials or some other options, and over here you will see all of your recent documents. Okay, and you can see them as a thumbnail, as you can see, or if you click on the list view, you will see all the list. So here you will see the smaller thumbnail and then the name and the modified date and size and the kind of a document, whether it's a Photoshop, JPEG or other. So it's going to show you that. All right, but I prefer this thumbnail view, so I'll go for this one. And then we have the option of sort. So we can sort it by clicking on this, whether we can sort it by last modified, that is by default, and we can sort it by name. So it's going to sort all the recent documents which we have just opened or on which we have worked according to the name. And then we have the size, and then we can choose the kind. All right, so I'll just prefer the last modified, obviously. And then we have this option to whether we can sort it in ascending way or descending way. So we'll click on this arrow, it's going to do that. All right, you can even search over here. You can just type anything like all right, and like blog. So it's going to show you the document which if has the name of blog in it. All right, and then we have the option of learn on the left hand side bar. So in the learn, we have all these tutorials right from the Photoshop itself. So you can just click any of these and check out, and if you want to learn something, you can just learn with the help of all of these stunning tutorials. And then you have the option of next your work. So over here you will have the Lightroom photos. So if you'll click over here, so here you will see all of your Lightroom photos which you have synced using the Adobe Photoshop Lightroom CC library. So if you have not synced any document or any files, then it won't be available over here. Then we have the option of cloud documents. So if you have synced certain documents or files or images on the Adobe Cloud, then those would be available over here on your account. And then we have the option of deleted. So all the documents which you have deleted from the cloud documents, that would be available over here. So if you don't see anything over here, that means you have not uploaded or deleted any document from your clouds library. And then we have the option of create new. So we can click on the create new, and then we have the option of choosing the different items which we have recently used. So all of these sizes would be available. And then we have the option of saved. If you have saved any template or anything else, you can find that as well over here. If we don't have any right now. And then we have the photo. So in the photo, it's going to give you some presets which are pre-made. So you can just select any of them, like 2x7, 5" 3x2" 6x4 inches. And if you click over here from the inches, if you want to see this in pixels, it's going to show you in the pixels. All right, I think it's going to show you in the inches itself. All right, and then we have the print option. So all of these are available in the print sizes, so you can just browse this and you can use these. And then we have the arts and illustration. So in the arts and illustration, you have these kind of artboards like postcard, poster, 2000 pixel grid, 2000 or 10,000 pixel grid, 1920 by 1080 and 720. So you can use these as well. And then we have the web. So if you're designing a website or web page or web medium layout, so you have all of these options like web small, MacBook Pro 13, MacBook Pro 15 or iMac. So you can just literally design anything with the help of Photoshop. So all of these options are available over here. And then we have the mobile. So if you are suppose designing something like user interface or anything else for iPhone or other phones, so all of those would be available over here. All right. And then we have the film and video. So if you are designing something like your thumbnail or anything else like poster design and movie design or anything else, so you can just browse all of these film presets. So these are film presets. They are also available if you want to just create some slides for your video or anything else. So in that case, these are helpful. And then on the right hand side, we have the preset details. So we can just type the name over here. So at the moment, by default, it's the untitled. You can just rename it my template or anything else. And then we have the option to choose width. By default, it's going to choose the width from the preset like 920 by 1080. So you can just change that as well. And then we can choose whether we want to see this in pixels or inches. So if you just change it to inches, it's going to show you the width and the height in the inches, and then the centimeter, millimeter, points and picas. So I prefer to work in pixels, so I'll go for the pixels. And then we have the option to off orientation, whether we want it to be vertical orientation. So if you just click on the vertical, you can see now the height and the width has been changed to width now is 1080 and earlier the width was 920. Right, so you can change the orientation as well. If you want a vertical document, you can work with that as well. And then we have the option of artboard. So if you check this, then we are going to get the artboard of this size. All right, so artboard is specifically helpful for the graphic design. And then we can choose the resolution. So by default, you will see the resolution according to this template, and it's 72 pixels. So 72 pixel is good for the web, but if you want to print this, then you need to have a 240 or 300. So if you go for the print size and select this one, you can see the resolution over here is 300 pixels. All right, so you can choose that as well. And then we have the option of pixels in inch or pixels per centimeter. Let it be by default, and if you want to work with the centimeter, you can just go for that as well, but I normally don't do that. And then we have the mode. So we can choose whether the RGB color mode or CMYK. So if you are printing it or designing it for printing purpose, especially sending it to the lab, then you can go for the CMYK color. Otherwise, go for the RGB color. All right, so there are other options as well, but RGB is good for everywhere. So you can just print with the help of RGB colors. You can just send or upload the images to web anywhere on social media, and you will see the exact colors. Otherwise, if you choose the CMYK color and then you will upload it to web, it's going to show you the weird colors. And then we have the option to choose the document, whether it's going to be 8-bit, 16-bit or 32-bit. 8-bit is the normal size, 60-bit is going to be a larger document, and 32-bit is going to be even larger. So you can just select any of that. And then we have the advanced option. You can choose the working profile. So you can choose the color profile, working RGB, but I would prefer not to change this anyway. But otherwise, if you want to change, then Apple RGB, Adobe RGB and Pro Photo RGB, you can just go for that as well. And then we have the option of pixel aspect ratio, whether you want it 36 square pixels, and there are other options as well. I never use this, so I just can't tell you much about this. And then we have the option to save this as a template. So if you click on this download button, that's going to save it, and you can just rename it like new template, and then you can save this preset. So that preset is now available under the saved. Earlier the saved was blank, and now it is available over here. We can just click on this trash icon to delete this, or we can just keep it as it is. And if you want to just use this one, just click over here and select create. All right, and the moment we'll do this, it's going to open a new document, create a new document for us, you can see, and we have got all of these documents. All right, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this part, and don't forget to check out the next part, which would be released very soon. How did you like this idea of complete photo editing in Photoshop 2020? Do let me know in the comment section below.